How are you feeling?
Yeah, all things considered, I'm feeling much better than I have any right to. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty sore, especially through the upper part of my chest, shoulder blade, upper back on my right side. But just a couple little nicks and cuts on my knees. Like, things could have been a lot worse. A lot of cuts on my hands, wrists, but yeah, I walked out of there. I did not miss a single day of work. I was back on the road in 2 days and doing pretty good.
Yeah, I mean you're currently doing the 40 Years of Foley tour, and I saw fans giving you signed, get well cards. The
Yeah.
the support you've received, I'm sure, going through something like this, it shows how much everybody loves Mick Foley.
Yeah, I received a really nice voice message from Dwayne Johnson. I'm not sure if you saw, but I was at an appearance where this child said, "If you talk to the final boss, tell him I said he needs to straighten up." And so, just as a joke, I texted a message to Dwayne, never thinking I hear back from him. And like 10 minutes later, I see his name pop up, and he's actually recorded a 90-second video for the kid. I mean, I said, this is the greatest. I said, send him a text. I said, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. So, yeah, that child was not concerned about my well being. He was just concerned about straightening out Dwayne The Rock Johnson. But I'm having great interactions on the road. I love being out there. People can check my schedule, realmickfoley.com, and see when I might be coming to town.
When this happened, and it came into our news desk here, and it was April 1st, were you getting a lot of people that thought that this was an April Fool's joke?
Yeah, yeah, I was. I wish I'd had the wherewithal to have said this is not and put not in all caps in April. Hey, I've still got my hospital bracelet on. Yeah, there were a lot of people who did think that way because first of all, not many people take the time to pose with the car that was totaled, and you can see I don't have a scratch on me. Oh yeah, I do have scratches, but none that you could see. And so I guess some people thought that's not my sense of humor. I would never dangle something like that out there. But there were a lot of people who thought it was a not particularly funny April Fool's joke.
Not something you'd want to ever go through again. I'm sure being in an accent that at least looked like that, but your background, and the type of matches you were known for, does something like that prepare you to just be able to deal with adversity, deal with pain,
Hmm.
deal with stuff like that?
Probably, but I think Lady Luck and the man upstairs had something to do with it. And just as you're talking, I'm like, oh, I know why I'm so sore. Seatbelt. But I'd much rather have a bruise on my chest than have not had a seatbelt on. So I think if there's one lesson to be learned, it's like wear those seatbelts. We lost a fellow wrestler about a year and a half ago who was not wearing a seatbelt. So if there's a lesson to be learned, it's buckle up for safety.
Wrestlemania season is Mick Foley excited for Wrestlemania?
I am. I am. I'll be in town in New Orleans taking part in a WrestleCon. WWE just invited me to be part of the Hall of Fame. Not inducted. They did that favor honor for me 12 years ago. So I'll be out and about. Kevin Nash and I are doing a signing at Caesar's Palace in addition to WrestleCon. I'm doing a signing at a place called the Nerd Bar like a week before WrestleCon so that the local fans can say hello. It's like our Super Bowl. So WrestleMania went from being a show to being a weekend, and now it's a week long affair. And I'm looking forward to it. My daughter's going to be there. I'm going to have a little Christmas party. I'm known for being thrifty, but I actually have a suite because I was like, I deserve a suite. So I have a suite. I'm going to throw a little Christmas party. I have someone making a custom made wrestling themed sugar cookies. So that shows I'm all in to have the best time possible at WrestleMania.
You had, notable characters, Mankind, Cactus Jack, Dude Love. Seeing John Cena as a heel, do you like this turn?
I do. Yeah, I do. I think you get one really meaningful turn in your career, and then it's just a matter of, uh, uh, lesser and lesser returns each time you turn. But this is John Cena's first time turning in 25 years. And my son and I remarked that we knew it was John Cena, who had turned, but the way his facial expression, not just expression, but it seemed like his features just subtly changed. We're like, he looks like a different guy. He looks like a different guy. So I'm really happy for him. I'm happy for the final boss, The Rock, who's playing a major role. I'm happy for Cody because now, of course, people would have wanted to see John Cena versus Cody anyway. But I'm really happy because this is a great matchup, and I think a great way to close out the second night of WrestleMania.